Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another stream talking about the title race. I feel like we're probably going to have a couple of these streams talking about this title race right here. The way that this title race has been acting. Literally, we are almost in. No, we're not almost in. We are in March. I don't know why I said almost there. We are in March and we're all only separated by a point and some goal difference. So this is going to be one tight-ass title race. So it's going to be one hell of a talking conversation over this next 2 months. And of course, as per usual, guys, as you guys see on the thumbnail, now no longer it's a surprise. You get me? Vel has stepped up his game, once and for all. I think it's because he got paid Friday. Suddenly he wants to do good thumbnails and stuff. But I still bottled the intro yesterday. But anyway, as you guys know, joining us on the channel, LB's a little bit late. He will be joining us in a bit. But first and foremost, here to explain Kai Havertz. You get me? 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. Samina, waka waka, Northside has done it once again. He's done it once again. Hello, Northside. How you doing, brother?
I'm great. Yeah, you want to start on that? Listen, thank you to Liverpool and Man City. Just the result we needed. So thank you very much. Cheers. Happy Ramadan to everybody that's celebrating. Thank you.
Hey, Ramadan Kareem. Jordan, by the way, guys, everyone watching this or on the replay, guys, I fast. But Jordan, Ramadan starts tomorrow. No one, it's not today for us. They have not seen the moon yet. So it's tomorrow. Tomorrow we start, huh? So I'm drinking coffee. It's not because I'm not fasting, astaghfirullah. Of course I'm fasting, but it's because you get me. Tomorrow Ramadan starts. So Ramadan Kareem to all of you anyway. And yeah, LB will be joining us in a bit, guys. But that gives us, room to talk about the first guy, the first, as you can see, Northside, I just want to take your attention to something quickly. Just 1 second. Who's on that thumbnail right there? Kai. So, Arsenal beat the bees. You get me? You guys stung the bees instead of the bees stinging you. Talk to me about the Arsenal game, brother. What happened?
Yeah, it was a decent game. I think Ben White had an outstanding match. For me, my man of the match. He was the one providing great crosses into the box. He got Kai Havertz scoring the last-minute winner. He was the one that also put it on a plate for Declan Rice. It wasn't as scintillating as our previous performances, but at this stage in the season, it's about 3 points. It's not about performances right now. It's about getting the job over the line. And yeah, it was a good performance by a lot of the players. I think Jorginho had a decent game. Declan Rice had an excellent game, but then again, he's been our most consistent player this season. The back four didn't really have anything to do. The only one that really dropped a stinker was Ramsdale. Obviously not I don't know what's going on with goalkeepers this weekend, making a couple of mistakes. But then again, with City, Ake, that was a hospital pass. Ramsdale, he didn't get a hospital pass. He actually had a lot of time on the ball and didn't kick it out. But ultimately, no, it was good, man. Listen, Kai Havertz scored. Good. That's what you're paid to do.
No, Northside, don't do that now. Don't do that now. Oh, that's what you're paid to do. You're so lucky putting Judge Rose asleep. You're so lucky because he would have been on to you. Don't do that whole, he's expected to score. You didn't expect him to score. You didn't.
No, I'm not.
And
he is expected to score. He's he's on the highest wage in the club. And he's our third highest signing in this club's history. That is the expectation to perform in big games, is it not?
Okay, I hear that. You are correct. I actually agree with you because I feel like people ask for apologies too soon. That's something we agree on, right? Because every time it feels like someone does anything, it's like, oh, Northside, apologize. No, that's not what I'm asking for. But now he scored winners against Brentford. He scored the winner against Luton. Who else has he scored against as well, the winner? There's a third club, I swear.
He scored Brentford.
Brentford home and away, actually. That's the second one. Brentford home and away. And Luton as well, he's scored against. So,
yeah.
What do you make of this whole Havertz situation?
I still don't rate him. Like, let's be real, yeah. It's Kai Havertz has never shown consistency at Chelsea, and his time at Arsenal, people are telling me, oh, he scored 8 goals in 27 appearances. Okay, but what about the 19 performances before that? What about him missing sitters in front of goal? We're just gonna forget that? We're just gonna forget that because now he's in form. That's what we're going to do now. Recency bias. The problem is we've never seen this guy be consistent. I can give praise when a player turns up. I praised him when he scored against Brentford, and I scored him for all the games that he scored, and he actually done things that I wanted him to do: better link-up play, better passing, more involved in the build-up play. I've praised him, but that doesn't mean all of a sudden this player is now the player I want him to be, because ultimately I've seen him miss sitters in front of goal, and I want to see consistency. And consistency
He has
for me
done
the whole season.
That is true.
That is for the whole season. And we don't know if this is a purple patch. People told me that I had to forgive Nketiah because he scored a hat-trick against Sheffield United. Since that game, we haven't seen him. We've seen Nketiah go through purple patches and people ask for apologies. 2 seasons ago to get top 4. 10 games to go, we were the favourites to get top 4. We bottled it to Spurs. Nketiah couldn't perform for 10 games. So I think people want their apologies a bit too soon. Nobody's calling for Nketiah to start. Nobody's calling for Pepe to start. Nobody wants Pepe back at the club. He had a little run when we was with Unai Emery to get us in the Europa League, get to the Europa League final. Ultimately, he wasn't consistent enough to have a place in this team. So I've seen players have these purple patches. We don't know yet. We don't know yet if this guy's going to be consistent enough. This is the problem. Is it a purple patch? We've seen Rashford at Man United have a purple patch, and then it goes dry.
Rashford's whole career is a purple patch at this point.
Listen, I've seen purple patches from players at Arsenal. So this is the problem. Like, at the end of the day, he's playing good at the moment, but I've seen him play bad. I've seen him not turn up. He didn't perform. If people are telling me that he's a big game player, well, he played against Porto. He started. He didn't score in that game, did he? He didn't score in that game. So I think people pick and choose. Listen, you can praise a player when they perform well, even if you don't rate them. But at the same time, for a player to change your mind, they need to play well and be consistent for the whole season, not just a batch of games where they've performed, for your argument, to say that all of a sudden this player's clutch. Because there was loads of games at the start of the season that we were carrying this guy. Loads of games at the start of the season, 19 games where we're carrying you, where you're missing sitters, where you're not really asserting yourself in this team. Cool. Now you're scoring goals. Continue. Because except scoring goals, this guy doesn't really bring much. And people are talking about the movement in the box. Well, now that Kai Havertz is performing, we've also got Declan Rice making late runs into the box. So Declan Rice is also giving defenders something else to think about. We didn't have that at the start of the season. So Kai Havertz is
I actually want to get your opinion on that Rice thing, because this is now where I feel like, you know what it is? People are giving Havertz too much praise, and I'll explain to you why in a second. But speaking of consistently, this guy's been consistently here. You get me? He's taking time off from being in Wataru Endo's pocket. Okay. And he's here to join us on the stream. Man like LB. Hello, brother. How do you, Lewis?
Yo, bro. You know what's weird about you Liverpool fans, yeah? Is that like everyone keeps saying, oh, KDB got pocketed. KDB got pocketed. He was the only player yesterday to get an assist. He did get an assist, you know.
And this is why people onto the GA merchants. Exactly this. Imagine watching the KDB performance yesterday and thinking he had a good game. Where's your shame?
I don't think he had a good game. I don't think he had a good game. But he was the only. He created our goal with an amazing cross into the box from the corner. So it was a bit weird, man. You guys are so. And the way Liverpool fans are going on Twitter this morning,
in 15 minutes,
anyone would have expected. Anyone would have thought you guys beat us. The way you guys are going on, it shows the standards, man. You know what I mean? The standards are not quite there for you, bro.
Okay. Listen, we'll get to it anyway. We're talking about Arsenal, you get me? The standard club right now because they're top of the league. Big up to Felipe who says, Husam is a fraud. Northside is elite. LB is a fraud. Hey, fair. Just like, yo, big up Northside, and both of us are frauds. That's how you want to be, Felipe, you Vegemite eating bastard. Hold that. Hold that up in Australia at 1 a.m. calling me a fraud. You can hold that as well. Where was your super chat yesterday at the start of the game? We needed you to jinx. You bozo. But anyway, we're going to get back to Arsenal before we open up the can of worms for Liverpool City. Guys, there's 350 people in here already. We ain't even got into the groove of things yet. So please slap the like button and subscribe. So there's a question here, ultimately, with Arsenal. This is the ultimate $1 million question. Is the Kai Havertz performances coming because Jorginho has been moved into midfield alongside Rice? Or is it Havertz actually stepping up? Or is it a bit of both? Because when I watch Arsenal, there's one guy that you signed from Chelsea that really deserves the praise, and that for me is Jorginho. I think that guy has been cooking on some next level over the last month.
I think it's a combination of both. Even though I don't rate Havertz, I have to give him props in terms of his own performances. He's no longer falling around on the floor. He's getting involved in build-up play. He's taking his opportunities. These are things that I was getting onto him about. So he deserves praise when it comes on to that. Still don't rate the player, but I'll give him props when he performs. Now, Jorginho, for me, his long-range passing is giving us a bit of what we had last season with Partey. When Partey was playing from deep, Partey's the only other player apart from Jorginho that had that. And obviously Partey's been injured and we haven't seen much of him. Jorginho's reestablished that in our team, that not only can we create through Odegaard, we got Jorginho that can ping balls over the top to the front three. And to be fair, he gave it on the plate to Havertz in the box. All he had to do is control it one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and Havertz can't control the ball. These are the bozo times about Havertz. These are the times that he frustrates me, even though he had a decent performance. But then you also got Rice, and people are telling me, oh, look at the movement by Havertz. If you actually look at Arsenal now that since the manager, since this new year, we've got Rice now overlapping and doing that late run role that Xhaka used to do last season. He provides late runs into the box that makes a defender think twice whether to stay with Havertz or to go and mark Rice. And both
he has 6 goals as well. 6 goals.
Exactly. So that is releasing Havertz because you've now got an extra body running in the box that is creating space. So I think it's a combination of both, bro. It's not just Havertz is now this absolutely amazing player. Look, he's stepping up his performances, but then again, his performances were in the gutter. So the only way was up. You couldn't get any worse. You know
hey, that is damn right there. I'm agreeing with you. If Judge Mo was here, he would have been pressing the shit out of that point, man. Sometimes I just have to sit back and go like, you know what? He's right, bro. I can't even say shit like, you know what it is? I'll be real with you. I feel like sometimes people just don't get the position we're in on YouTube because they just want us to change our opinion every week, and it's just not gonna happen, bro. Like, please don't come up here and ask me for a Nunes apology after he scored 1 goal versus Forest. That's just not how life works, bro. Like, please, like, let us. You know what? I'll tell you. You know, I'll even speak for Northside, and I'm sure he'll agree. I'll tell you when he will apologize to Havertz. If Havertz scores 10 goals in the next 10 games and he wins Arsenal the game versus Porto and he shows up in clutch moments consistently from now to the end of the season, Northside might be like, okay, I got it wrong. But what you can't do is after 1 or 2 goals, apologize to Kai Havertz. I don't think that's fair, to be honest with you. That's just people doing too much. People doing too much anyway. LB, did you do a pray along or did you not? I didn't.
No, I didn't even watch the game. I was out with my mates. I didn't even see it.
Talk to me about Arsenal. You know, since you flip-flop every week, do they worry you more now?
No, they worry me the same as they've done for the last couple of months. I don't think they worry me any more or any more less than beating Brentford 2-1. That's not going to make me any more worried. I still think Liverpool are the favourites out of the two to win the Premier League. But yeah, listen, as I say every single week, Arsenal are a good side. Can they win the Prem? Yeah, of course they can win the Prem. Do I think they will? No, I don't think they will. But they're a good side, man. Like, but no, they don't worry. They don't. I didn't sit there, see the result 2-1 against Brentford, and go, oh, they worry me more. Like, that's just not how football works, man. Like, I expected them to handle business against Brentford. You know what I mean? Like, this is the thing. Like, I think sometimes Arsenal fans get this twisted. People say, oh, you don't give us credit for beating these teams. No. The credit and the respect is actually that we don't even care about that game because we expect you to win. Like, we expect Arsenal to handle business against Brentford. So when I say no, it doesn't impact my thoughts on Arsenal. It's not because I'm being salty. It's not because I hate Arsenal. It's because I respect you so much to the point where I don't even care about that game because I expected you to win. I expect Arsenal to beat Brentford. I expect Liverpool to beat Brentford. Like, that's how it works when you're in a title race, man. So now Arsenal's six side, man. And like I say, they're doing well. But I still have Liverpool above them, to be honest.
With Arsenal, though, does not worry you their momentum, like the fact that they keep fighting to the end. This is the thing, though, LB. Like, this is the thing that's...
So do you.
Because me and you know this. I think me and you actually agreed on this. We both said, when you win a game at the end, it actually builds even more momentum than like a 4-5 nil.
Oh, you scored in the 99th minute.
No, he scored like 86th, I think, 87th.
No, you did against Forest.
We did. That's true.
Yeah, so there you have momentum as well.
There you are. Why are you switching this on to me? This is the Arsenal section, LB.
Yeah, but you can't just say, oh, but Arsenal have this momentum, they're scoring late goals. Yeah, they're scoring late goals, but so are you. You're scoring late goals. You scored a 99th minute. You've scored the latest goal
so
in the
are you.
Season.
Fraud.
Huh?
So are you. You're scoring late goals too.
Are we? Which one was the last time we scored a late goal?
I don't know. I forgot. But you
Yeah, I
scored
don't think
late
we've scored a
goals.
late goal for a while, man.
Scored late goals.
So unfortunately, maybe last night, yesterday, maybe if Doku puts that in the back of the net, but nah, like we ain't scoring as many late goals as you guys. But I listen. I think you guys are close. But I think Liverpool for me are slightly ahead of Arsenal, partly due to the experience, partly due to the Klopp thing leaving. I really think that like your players are just giving like every ounce of energy in every game just to try and get it over the line for your manager. So yeah, I have you above Arsenal. Not massively. I don't think you're clear of Arsenal, but I have you more favourites for the league than Arsenal.
Okay. There's one question left on Arsenal. You get me? There's a guy on the stream, speaks Portuguese. You get me? There's a Portuguese club. They pull up to the Emirates in 2 days. And I'm going to just go ahead and say this right now. I'm supporting Arsenal in that game. 100% I am. I need them to have as many fixtures as possible. I will be there. And it's Arsenal. Let's go. I'm fully singing that song right there. I swear, North
I think that's the
London
right thing.
forever, whatever the weather. Let's go. I'm there.
No, don't
will be
sing that
there,
song. I hate
inshallah.
that song.
I'm gonna be singing the Arsenal song. I need them to beat Porto. I'm announcing this publicly before you guys come watch the watch along and you guys act shocked. Oh, why is Husam singing Arsenal songs? Because I want them to beat Porto. That's why the hell I'm singing that song right there. So with the Porto game, let's go to Northside before we go to LB, and then we just move on to the Liverpool.
Can I just quickly come on to that though, Husam? Because I disagree with your point, though. Because I don't think that's a good thing beating Porto. So your view is beat Porto. They've got more games. They'll have some tricky games, but then they just keep playing every 3 days, and the momentum keeps coming. What about if they got PSV in the next game? What about if they got Borussia Dortmund or someone who's not that great? I actually think like last year.
What if they got Real Madrid?
Bro, the way that Arsenal
that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah, but bro, they might be Real Madrid. I think actually them getting knocked out of the competition, playing one game a week, having a full week to think about the next match, that might be actually where they struggle, because that's what happened last year when they got beat off Sporting Lisbon and they had one game a week. You know, because if you drop points and then you've got nothing to play for a week and you've got to wait for an extra, sometimes you can overcomplicate it. I actually think that, yeah, when you're going for Premier Leagues and you're going for trophies, you just want to be playing games every couple of days, man. You just want to be momentum, just rolling off the. You just mentioned momentum. You will be rolling off momentum every 3 days. Bang, bang, bang. If you drop points, no problem. You've got 2 days rest and then you're in another game straight away. None of this drop points and then you've got a whole week, yeah, of media scrutiny on your result. The players going into training every day thinking, shit, man, that was a big miss. And instead of thinking, oh, we got another game in 2 days, thinking, we got 6-7 days to mull over how much of a disappointing result that is. So I actually disagree, man. Listen, it'd be funny, yeah, if Arsenal got knocked out of Porto, and don't get me wrong, yeah, I'll be here on YouTube mocking them if they do. But actually, in terms of the title race, I actually think them getting knocked out of the Champions League might be better. But that's just my view.
That's you've actually opened my mind into an alternative universe, you know, making me think and stuff, which is fair, you know, because maybe if they do have less games, then you know the pressure mounts. But at the same time, I'm looking at it more from a fatigue perspective. I think both sides, there is definitely validity to the argument.
Yeah, there's pros and cons on both sides at all. But the thing is with the fatigue, yeah, when you're winning, fatigue's a fucking myth when you're winning, bro. Because momentum, the confidence that you have from winning will just take you through the games and fatigue, and you will find a way to win football matches when you've got that momentum and that confidence. So I think actually them getting knocked out would be the better thing for the Premier League. But let's see what happens.
Not if we get injuries in certain positions. I hear what you're saying, and I get it. I think there's two ways you can look at it either way. But the thing is, if we get certain injuries in certain positions, we don't have adequate replacements. That's the problem. If one of our centre backs get injured, everything else is levels inferior. If Saka goes down, I know these are all ifs and buts, and obviously we're talking hypothetically what would work better for Arsenal. For me, as a fan, I just want to keep playing games. But I can see both scenarios where we play loads of games and we pick up injuries, and the bench isn't strong enough to keep up with those injuries, or we play, we play once a week and then we kind of, are not as sharp because we're too many days without games. So It is what it is, man. I want to win every competition I'm in it as a fan. That's down to the manager to manage that. It's not
Which side would you be more on though? Like the side of more games would affect you negatively or positively?
It's hard because last season we were just concentrating on the league. We had one centre back injury and everything started to collapse. So with roughly the same squad, a bench that hasn't been fixed, and certain positions that we are light on, we are strong in certain positions. Other positions we're not that strong on. Can I see us withholding, our momentum, and this win streak? If that happens, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know. I want to win the Champions. It's hard, bro, because I want to win the Champions League. We never won it, so I can't say I want Arsenal to go out the Champions League. That would be bizarre of me to say that. But at the same time, probably it would work better if we had one game a week. But I always want to win every competition that my club's in. I can't pick one over the other, especially the two major ones. And a Champions League I've never won. You know what I mean? So
what do you expect happens in that game now? Since we've opened up that can of worms. What do you expect happens in the game since we've opened up that can of worms?
What, against Porto?
Yep.
Against Porto, I just don't think their manager's naive. In the first leg, he said, listen, it's down to Arsenal to show us why they're favourites. And he clearly nullified us. Yeah, they defended properly. The whole team defended and they didn't let us get any momentum. Every time Odegaard received the ball, got clattered. Every time we tried to transition, we got clattered. They stopped all our momentum, all the passing lanes, and they sat back. And I think we've played into their hands. They're going to say, listen, we know that you're going to rip us apart if we open up. We're just not going to open up. And we've got a 1-0 lead. We're more than happy to defend a 1-0 lead. So Arsenal need to break them down, and we need to break them down very early to force their hand to come forward. As soon as they come forward, I think we'll absolutely smash them. But it's if we get that goal. The longer the game goes on and we don't get an early goal, the more frustrating we will get.
True.
And the quicker it will play into Porto's hands. And they have nothing. They don't need to go forward. They genuinely don't need to go forward. They can stink house it, and they showed us in the first leg. They can stink it out. So when people said, oh, at the Emirates, it's going to be a different story. Not really. Only if the manager cowards away from what he did in the first leg. If their manager bottles it, we'll absolutely blitz him. Play a high line against Arsenal. Most teams will cook you. So
I think you get past them easy, bro, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think 3-0, Arsenal, something like that. Yeah, I think you guys are into the next round there. And like I say, for me, I think that's better for you. I think that's better for the title race from your point of view than 3 games. The confidence again that will give the team. You know what I mean? Because maybe after the Porto game, maybe there could have been some doubt in the players' minds, thinking, "Oh, damn." You know what I mean? Maybe this ain't the season. If you can box them off at home, the confidence that'll give you, yeah, and you'll just keep rolling, man. I've seen it too many times with City. Yeah, you just playing every 3 days, and every game you just go in and you just get the job done. 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, and sometimes they're not pretty, but you just box them off. And before you know it, you're title champion. So I think honestly, like if you go out, that's obviously terrible for the Champions League from your point of view, but it's also not good for the Premier League from your point of view because having that 1 game a week, man, they just becomes too much pressure. And again, that then becomes the only trophy that you're in. You're not in the FA Cup, so you know that becomes the only trophy you can win. Again, the pressure then gets ramped up. So you have like a backup option if you got 2 trophies to go for. So yeah, I think you box them off, man. I go for like 3-0 Arsenal. I really think you'll dust them, man.
The only thing though, LB, what have you seen from my manager when we go up against a mid-block or a low block? And I'm talking about teams that are properly set up to defend properly with the dark arts. In that first leg, my manager didn't show me anything. He didn't change formation. He didn't change the tactics. He couldn't get back into the game. He brought on Jorginho, still ineffective. He didn't do anything to get us even a draw in that game. And people say that we score from set pieces, which we do. Kai Havertz had two corners. One of them, he hit it with his shoulder and it went out. And the other one, he headed it out. I don't think this manager is as versatile as people think he is.
I'm not putting any of this on the manager. I'm putting this on the players. I think the players will get the job done. I think, yeah, after your watch along, yeah, or whatever you do, the player ratings, the review, yeah. I think you'll be sitting there saying, we're through to the next round because the players got us there. I don't think it'll be anything to do with them. Because I agree. I don't think the manager's going to set up the team in a way that you'll be coming away from the Emirates going, oh, did the manager do some mad tactics today to get us into the quarterfinals? No, that's not going to happen. I just think you'll be coming away saying the players, they use their experience, they use their talent, and they got us the win. I don't think it's anything to do with the manager in this particular game. I think the players will just get the job done, man.
But which player in my team performs regardless of the system? I don't think we have one.
I think
Everybody flourishes when our system is playing well.
One, Declan Rice. That's the one guy
I was going to say
always
Rice for me is the guy that's like he's going to get your team through that game. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he will. He'll just do something.
Hopefully. I don't know because he has obviously won the Europa Conference or whatever, West Ham. Champions League, he doesn't really have that. Nobody really has that. You know what I mean? So can he replicate that in the Champions League? I hope he can. I'm not too sure that you can consistently rely on Declan Rice to get us through games when our system's nullified. That's where my big question is to this manager. I don't think that's a reliable answer for game in, game out. It might be enough against Porto, but we're struggling against Porto. If we go on to face an Inter Milan that play very similar to Porto, where they're very rigid and then they counter very quickly and they got better player for player, I see Arsenal struggling. We're already struggling against Porto playing that type of system. A better team, I think, would punish us even more. So we'll see, man. Hopefully I'm wrong. Listen, I want to be wrong, innit? I want my club to win the Champions League, but these are questions that need to be answered. We'll see.
I want Arsenal through. That's what I want. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in that game. I'm going to be there singing in North London forever this Tuesday. Let me just go to the super chats before we move on to the Liverpool City game. Big up to my guy Felipe, who says, did send a super chat early, you fraud. Arsenal win the title. How many times I told you, if you want to jinx Manchester City, you have to send a super chat when the stream starts, not before the stream, you fraud. So how you send it half an hour before the stream? Like, doesn't work, Felipe. You had to wait till I say hello, everyone, and welcome. Then you said that. That's when you said that. Big up to you, though. The fact that if City lose, by the way, Felipe, I'm going to be live for Chelsea Newcastle later on. Inshallah. The fact that if City lose Rodri, barely win, and Arsenal lose Saliba or Gabriel and fail, but LFC can lose multiple starters and still perform, shows levels. I actually agree with this. I think if Arsenal, and this is a fair statement to make, this is not an agenda statement. I think if Arsenal had the level of injuries that Liverpool had, they would have fell off. Like, you know, their best player in Mo Salah, the keeper, stuff like that. Like, I think Arsenal wouldn't be in our position had they had the injuries that we had, 100%. But
look at Ramsdale compared to your second goalkeeper. You know what I mean? Look at the difference.
Just saying. That is true. And with City as well, City without Rodri, I can't lie to you, completely different outfit as well, because they don't even have that second guy now, which is why I think it's a problem for them. So that's a valid point, Jack. That's a valid point. Big up to you for the super chat. Big up to Ray, who says, I love you, bro, but I'm so disappointed. We can definitely win this league. Most favorable run of fixtures. Playing well. We have a lot of momentum. I'm going to get into it now when we get to the Liverpool City thing, but I don't think we're going to win the league. And I don't think we have the most favorable run of fixtures. That's BS. Because once again, in the words of LB on the preview show, we've beaten one top 6 side this whole season. Chelsea. That's the only top 6 side we've beaten. So what makes you so certain we're going to beat United away? What makes you so certain we're going to beat Villa away? Hell, what makes you so certain we're going to beat Everton away in a derby? What makes you certain we're going to beat Spurs at home at Anfield? That's 4 out of 10 games right there that there's doubts in. If you want to live in a crazy world where you think Liverpool are going to go 10 from 10, be my guest. I am not responsible for your opinion or your feeling. You feel and have your own opinion, but don't ask me to have that opinion because I don't. We have a trophy, doing excellent in all comps we're in. We have a lot of momentum. If Arsenal lose tomorrow, which they won't, their season is done. Yeah, but I don't agree with that, because if Arsenal lose tomorrow, their season isn't done. They still have the Premier League and they're top of the league. And they just watched Liverpool absolutely smash City off the park. So they're going to have a lot of confidence headed into the Etihad. So there's no such thing as their season's over. And if Arsenal beat City at the Etihad, then there's no one stopping them. Who's going to stop them if they beat City at the Etihad? Their heads would be on Mars by then. It's just, it would take too much to stop Arsenal. I'm going to be sorry with you. But big up anyway, Ray. And it's back with a third super chat. W's in the chat right now for my guy, Ray, for all the love he's shown us on the stream. What does Ray say? Ray says, if Arsenal get knocked out by Porto, their confidence goes massively down. All about mentality now, and that would kill their mentality and momentum. And you know what? Sometimes I listen to what other panelists say on the stream, and I actually go like, you know what? You made a valid point. That's why when LB spoke, I didn't go like, oh my God, you're crazy. What you're saying makes no sense. There's validity to it. They might lose their momentum if they lose to Porto. That's a fact. They might fall off if they lose to Porto. That's a fact. But at the same time, I'm looking at it more from a fatigue, title race type shit perspective, where it's like multiple games. And if they're facing like Real Madrid on a Tuesday, I don't know how they would perform away at Wolverhampton on the weekend because they haven't been in that scenario before, which I also think is a valid point. That's why I didn't dismiss LB's point. LB didn't dismiss my point. I think both points have validities to it, but we'll see which one is right. And finally, Andrew here says, boys, when was the last time a winger left Walker and Rodri on the floor in football? Oh, hey, we're going to talk about that now, Andrew, you best believe, because there are a couple of uncomfortable conversations to have with Manchester City. You get me? Someone's ginger brother got substituted in the second half. Pep Guardiola sit next to him like, yo, KDB, the reason why I subbed you off because you're fucking shit today. And you had 2 passes in the first 25 minutes of the second half. That's why we took you off. I feel like that's what Pep told them. You know, I'm not good at lip reading, but that's what I felt he said in it. Anyway, listen, there's 600 people in here. Big up to all of you guys. Please do make sure you're slapping the like button. Do make sure you're subscribing to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Guys, we have to get to 300, 400 likes ASAP. Every single one of you guys right here, right now. Please slap the like button. Please subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Slap up that like and subscribe. Share the videos everywhere as well. Big up all the super chatters, all you incredible people for all your love and support on This Is Football. And we're about to get to the City and a Liverpool game. And of course, we're going to have to go to our guest. Go on, LB. Talk to me about the game.
Well, pretty mad, wasn't it? I mean, before the game, I was thinking nothing less than a win. It will be acceptable given the players that were on the pitch for Liverpool. And by the end of it, we was lucky to get a point. And you was probably thinking you're disappointed only to get a point because you should have won the game. So, you know, you can come in with chest and say you boxed us off the park, which you did, but you still only drew the game. People can talk to me about Luis Diaz, about, he absolutely tore Kyle Walker apart. His end product was trash. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, you got to have the same energy about Diaz that you have about Doku. People like to talk to me about Doku, how his end product is trash. Luis Diaz yesterday, yeah, he was cooking on that left-hand side, but his shots were a disgrace. Yeah, did he even hit the target once? Did he find a man on any of his crosses? No, I don't think so. I'm disappointed. I think we needed to win the game yesterday. I said that before. I said we needed to win Liverpool. We needed to beat Liverpool. We needed to beat Arsenal. And obviously we didn't beat Liverpool yesterday. We got a draw. A draw keeps us in the race, but what it does now, it means 100%, 100 million% we have to beat Arsenal. I think if we don't beat Arsenal, I think for me the league's gone, and we should focus on the Champions League at that point. But yeah, I think honestly, we'll probably be both feeling a similar way because I think that we should have won based off the players that were on the pitch. We didn't. Disappointed, but I'll take the point. You'll probably not take the point, but in the end, you probably think that you're probably disappointed with the point as well. And I think if you would have won yesterday, there's a pretty good chance that City are out the title race because we're 4 points behind with an inferior goal difference. Even though there's 10 games to play, that's 5 points that we have to try and make up on you in 10 games. Our next game's Arsenal, the informed team. So I think there was a missed opportunity on both sides, 100%. City, I think the players will be looking at that today and thinking we really should have beaten Liverpool with the players that are out there. But it's not over. We've still got a chance of winning the league. And you guys are probably thinking, well, you're probably surprised at how much you dominated us in that second half. But again, you'll probably be disappointed with the point because you should have won the game 100%. So, bit weird, man, to be honest.
Northside, talk to me about the game before I layeth the smackdown.
Lay a smackdown on a draw. That's how shameless you are now. You're gonna lay.
LB, can you allow me? Can you allow me to express my thoughts first before you judge what I'm gonna say?
Okay.
Before you judge what I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Northside. Can you allow our other guest to speak, please? He's top of the league. Show him the respect. Go on, Northside.
I apologize, man.
This guy.
You are top of the league. I'm not lying. Talk to me about the City.
Listen, it is what it is. I think there's nothing to have chest about because this worked in Arsenal's favour. So none of you should really be having chest. Let's keep it real. It played into Arsenal's hands. Every Arsenal fan wanted a draw, and that's what we've got. I think, you know, I don't really want to talk too much about the penalty. I think it was a penalty, and that's that. That's how I feel about it. It was a penalty, but I'm happy that it wasn't awarded because it benefited my club. Shameless, yeah. Listen, I'm not a supporter of Liverpool. I'm a supporter of Arsenal, so it is what it is, isn't it? But at the end of the day, Haaland for me, bro, it's just, bro. This guy, I get it. You're not receiving the ball, but you need to drop it. You need to do something. You need to do something to involve yourself in the game. And I get you're a target man and stuff, but I just feel like I don't even feel like there's a lot of games that it's like you're carrying him. You're carrying him because he's just not in the game. And I understand that, you know, Man City at times weren't really creating much. They were struggling to get on the ball. But Haaland, you got to do something. You know what I mean? You know, big players, you're a big player, you got a big reputation. You know, you got to step up and get more involved in the game. You know, not everything's always going to go your way. You need to maybe drop in a little bit deeper to receive the ball, do something to be involved in the game. I thought for large parts of the game, he was a passenger. KDB, not a great performance from KDB again. You know, Kyle Walker, for me, we need to have a conversation because I feel like this guy is no longer the level required to be a Premier League defender anymore. And I think, listen, he's had his time and every player has their time. But this guy has been getting cooked quite often this season. And I know you're playing a high line, but this guy, I just don't feel like too many mistakes from Kyle Walker, I think anyway. I hold him up to high standards. And players I hold up to high standards, then if I see that they drop off that a little bit, I ask questions. I think the playing the high line probably ain't suiting him. But at the same time, you know, that through ball from Salah to Diaz, where were you? The positioning is shocking at times from Kyle Walker, if I be completely honest. Where were you, bro? You literally allowed Diaz to go straight through. And this ain't the first time, which is why I'm bringing it up. I think it was poor from Kyle Walker. But at the same time, Liverpool, if you don't have Salah, you just don't have a clinical front three. Let's just keep it real. You know what I mean? It's just like, how many chances can Diaz get and you're not putting in the back of the net? Poor, shocking. And I think LB is right to say, if people are going to get onto Doku, you have to get onto Diaz as well. You have to get onto Diaz. At the end of the day, it's all good doing all of that around the ball and everything else like that. We used to have one of those at Arsenal. It's called a Wobie. Great with the build-up play, get in front of goal, and he misses it. Not good enough, man. It's about end product. You're an attacking player. Diaz, to me, not good enough. You know, Gakpo, to me, also another one. I dislike Gakpo even more than I dislike Diaz, if I be completely honest. Nunes, that ball from Robertson, you've got to be burying that. You've got to be burying that. And Liverpool need to look at themselves because at the end of the day, you had enough chances to bury that game. But then City also had enough chances to bury the game. Foden's chance. You know what I mean? Doku, very unlucky, you know, hit the post. But ultimately, I think Liverpool probably will feel more aggrieved just to the fact that the second half, you had so many chances to bury Man City. The fact that you didn't and you allowed the game to be in the hands of the referee, this is why you have to put teams to bed. Because you allowed the referee to call the shot on the game because you didn't take your chances. And it is what it is. Thank you for showing Arsenal the blueprint and how to beat City. I thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. I think both teams can have reasons to be frustrated. LB could be frustrated at the fact that the second half, your team was absolutely appalling. And I think Liverpool should be annoyed at their team not having that ruthless streak in front of goal. There was more than enough.
I think that was the worst City performance since Villa away. Honest opinion.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
which is why I'm kind of like take the point because I'm like, we went to Anfield, put in the second half. The first half was all right. The second half performance was the worst performance of the season apart from Villa, and we still got a point. So it's just a weird feeling, man. It's proper strange sort of. Because, like I say, like I think we needed to win. We should have won with the players that are out on the pitch, but in the end, we should have lost. Makes no sense, really. So, yeah, it's very strange, man. But like I say, for me, it's really knocked my confidence now because obviously we got Arsenal coming up next in the Prem before, but obviously we got Newcastle first in the FA Cup. But we got Arsenal in the Prem, and for me, I personally think that we need to win that game. In my own
FA Cup is next weekend for you as well, right? It's the FA Cup weekend.
Newcastle. We really need to win that game as well because I know Newcastle are not like up and down this year, but like we just need to beat a semi-decent team to get a bit of confidence going into Arsenal. You know, because if we was to go out to Newcastle, you know what I mean, we'd all be going into that Arsenal game flat. You know what I mean, and like with no real confidence. So we need to beat Newcastle, get a bit of confidence, hopefully put in a decent performance against them. And then go into Arsenal and try and get the job done. And yeah, it's just weird, man. It's proper strange because like even though this morning, like last night, I just feel so like down and demotivated and like just like let down almost by Pep's decision making. Some of the player performances were so bad. But then I look at the table and go, how the hell are we 1 point behind these guys? You know what I mean? I'm watching Arsenal slap up teams week in, week out. You know what I mean? And like, you know what I mean? Liverpool getting like late minute goals and like the fan base is buzzing. And I'm looking at my team 1 point behind and it feels weird, man. It's very difficult to try and explain how it feels right now. But listen, like for me, I think Liverpool will drop points in maybe maximum 3 games. Absolute maximum 3 games. And they're not all losses, by the way. Maybe a draw or something like that, yeah. Arsenal may be the same. So we have to better that. And obviously take into consideration our goal differences, worse than both of yous. Also take into consideration that Liverpool still play Sheffield United at home. We don't. So we have to be, in my opinion, I think we have to be almost flawless now to the rest of the season. And I just think that's the way that we're playing. It's unlikely that's going to happen. But we have to start by putting in decent performance against Arsenal. And if we beat Arsenal, trust me, man, like the fan base will pick up. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, we'll be motivated and we'll be confident. If we beat Arsenal, I reckon a lot of Arsenal fans will, even though they'll only be a couple points behind us, will throw in the towel because they'll just be like, nah, City going to do it. Liverpool will be nervous. So it can turn quickly. It can. At the moment, we're feeling down. We're feeling like not that confident. But if we beat Arsenal, then we will be there. But it's whether we will, because we've only won 2 games against the top 6 this year.
And this is where, for me, I'm even more disappointed than LB. That's why I told LB, let me speak first, and then be a fraud, you know? I don't think Liverpool are going to win the league. I really don't. And look, I told LB pre-game, and the thing is, for me, there's a big word this season called energy, you know. And for me, I don't change my energy based on one result. I always look at the general things. And for me, yesterday, I told LB on Friday when we done the preview, I told them this is more a must-win game for us because we literally have 0 room for error. Liverpool Football Club's so can Liverpool win the league? Yes. This is how Liverpool can win the league. We have to win 10 out of 10, and we have to sit up here and do if, buts, and maybes. The only way that Liverpool win the league is if Arsenal drop points in this game, and if City drop points in this game, and if this, and if that, and blah, 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 blah. And this is the thing that worries me, to be honest with you. The fact that we have to sit up here and just do if, buts, and maybes the whole time. Because I've seen this movie before. I've been there in the 2022 season, the quadruple charge season, where we were sat here talking about, oh my God, we could win the league. You know, City go to this team away, and City go to play this team at home, and this team is City's bogey team. And I was there against West Ham away, you know, just blowing bubbles. I actually bought a bubble maker, started blowing bubbles against West Ham away, and I was in the zone, bro. And then at the end of the day, we just ended up losing the league by a point. We fell into the same exact trap. First of all, let's establish something straight away. Yes, it was a penalty. Yes, it was a penalty. Yes, we got robbed. But at the same time, I'm not disappointed in the referee as much as I'm disappointed in my own players. I'm disappointed in Luis Diaz. I'm disappointed in Luis Diaz having the capability of scoring 4 goals against Manchester City and missing about 3-4 easy goal scoring clear. And by the way, we're not sitting up here. Northside, when he mentioned those chances, he ain't talking about no half chance. We're talking about clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities, like you're right in front of goal type thing. Luis Diaz alone could have scored 3 or 4 goals. Gakpo was an absolute coward when he came on, when he was literally right there in front of the goal, and he decided to pass it to Salah on the 90-something minute. You're right there. It's on your strong right foot, and you decide to pass it to Mo Salah, which I think is an absolute weakness. The pass that Mo Salah played into Luis Diaz, right into his feet, just in front of goal, right there, miss. Directly. Nunez missed a tap in front of goal. So for me, I look at this game right here, and Liverpool Football Club had to win the game. The reason why we had to win the game is because it gives us a margin of error. Liverpool are the least likely club out of the 3 to win 10 games in a row in the next 10 Premier League games. We are, for me, the least likely to win 10 games because of fixture pile up, because of quote-unquote fatigue, and because of our style of play. Liverpool Football Club, let me just continue to spit facts here. Liverpool Football Club don't play like these 2 guys play. We don't play controlled possession football. We thrive on chaos. We thrive on pressure. We thrive on pressing. We thrive on all that stuff. So because we play a style of football that causes us to be tired by the 75th, 80th minute in certain games, we are in a position where we can't afford to go for all competitions, where we can't be in this scenario where we quote unquote have to go faultless. So yes, Liverpool can win the league, but the only way we win the league is if we win 10 games in a row, which I don't think is going to happen. And the funny part is, and this is what I find real funny, my world is a world where I always get ridiculed for what I say, because of the way I say something. But then 2 months later, people come back and say the same shit that I said and act like this was their opinion all along. LB will tell you this. He's been working with me probably the longest this season from game week 1. Northside will tell you this. I said this on his channel. When he's come on this channel, I said it to him. There's a reason why I don't think Liverpool can win the league. And it's because of how many fixtures, how many competitions we're on. And this squad is not a squad capable of winning the league. And make no mistake, we absolutely dominated Manchester City. We did dominate Manchester City. We destroyed them. We had more passes, more possession, more passing accuracy. Those are usually the 3 things that City fans will come up here and they will just keep, flexing. How much possession did you have? Type shit. We had more of the ball than City did. But at the end of the day, LB left Anfield with 1 point, and I left Anfield with 1 point. So what's the point? What's the point of having all that possession? Nothing. I keep my energy the same. When we went away to the Etihad, I said good point. I cannot allow them to come to Anfield and also say good point. That's kind of not how it works. Because the method to winning a league title is you beat them at home and you draw with them away. Fairs. But the fact that we didn't beat them at home and we still have 1 more top 6 opponent to come and we still have Aston Villa away to come. Good is actually 2 more. Spurs at home. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. So for me, I just don't see us winning 10 games in a row in the Premier League. And that's exactly why I just don't see us lifting the Premier League title. And that's just my honest opinion. But we only have ourselves to blame. Despite it being a penalty, Michael Oliver should be, I don't know if I say whatever it is I want to say about him, I think I'll get cancelled, but I don't want to get cancelled. So I want to keep being a YouTuber, you get me? So I'm not trying to get cancelled. But at the same time, I feel like if I can honestly say what I think about Luis Diaz, it would be even worse than what I will say about Michael Oliver. So that's my honest thoughts on this whole thing. CLB?
Okay. Well,
I told you it
listen,
wasn't going to be
okay.
fraudulent.
So there's parts of that I understand, right? But here's where. Okay, so I don't think you needed to win yesterday. I think obviously you'll be disappointed that you didn't win based off the fact that you battered us in the second half. Yeah, so I get that point of view. But in terms of the actual game, if you forget how the game went and you just before the match you said, "Oh, you get a point," I think that on the whole for you is a better point than it is for Manchester City because you're above us, and now why? Because we play Arsenal next time. Yeah. So do you agree with that? Because now we play Arsenal. That's difficult. We're now under huge.
Yeah, but we lost to Arsenal already.
Yeah, no, bro. For us, because now we play Arsenal next. So that's why that was a worse point for us than it was for you because we have to beat the best team in the country right now, which is Arsenal, because they're top of the table. Yeah, so that's where I'm coming from. The thing is why I would be, if I was a Liverpool fan, the reason why I would be super, super, super disappointed with not beating us yesterday when you should have done is because I genuinely think if you beat us yesterday, that makes Manchester City's job to win the title extremely difficult. Yeah, we'd be 4 points behind you yesterday if you win that. Yeah, we'd be 4 points behind, I think.
Yeah,
we'd be on 62.
Yeah,
and you've got the better goal difference. So somehow we have to effectively get 5 points. Yeah, 5 points above you in 10 games. We also play the best team. Well, we would have been the second best because you would have on top. We would play Arsenal in the next game. So we got to somehow in 10 matches find 5 points, yeah, or 4, but do your goal difference, but get a better goal difference, even though you play Sheffield United, which is probably not going to happen. So therefore, it is 5 points. Plus, we play Arsenal. So effectively, what I'm saying is, if I was Liverpool, I'd be super disappointed because you probably had the chance to bury City. Maybe not bury us, but
so that's exactly why it was must win, LB. Then that's exactly why.
But it's not must win. It's not must win.
I feel like you're contradicting yourself. If I want to win the league,
reasons.
Okay, but LB, now my world is a if a button maybe world.
No, but it's not though, is it? Because you win your games.
Factually speaking, if Liverpool win their next 10 games, they still don't win the league unless Arsenal drop points. Go on.
Yeah, but for me, yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm going, well, City now are doing the if buts and maybes. So the only club here doing the if buts and maybes are Manchester City. You agree with that?
No, we're the club doing the if buts and maybes.
No. It's us because we're on less points than you. We can win all 10 games for the rest of the season.
No, we're not.
And we won't win the league unless you two drop points. So factually, we're the club doing if buts and maybes. Yeah. Well, Arsenal have a better goal difference than you, but you've not played Sheffield United at home yet. Yeah, so they scored 6 against Sheffield United. You can easily get that goal difference up. And I'm just looking at you, and I just think that you've got this Klopp thing going on, yeah. And I'm just like, who's beating you? And I'm telling you, the teams that you're trying to tell me are going to make it difficult for you is wrong. You ain't, people try to tell me Liverpool going to Old Trafford is going to be tricky. Have some shame,
Of course
bro.
it will be. It's a derby.
It's
LB.
not going to be tricky at all. That team is crap, man. You will absolutely
You played them
wash
yourself in the Manchester derby. You saw it wasn't an easy game. You saw it with your own eyes. I don't get your energy.
No.
You're acting like you've never been in a title race. You know
No.
these clubs. You're telling me United don't want to ruin the party?
I
Everton don't
actually
wanna ruin
think
the
being at
party?
Old Trafford will make it easier for you because they'll have to come out and try and play some football. Whereas if it was at Anfield, like we've seen earlier on in the season, Ten Hag would have no shame and he would just sit on the edge of the penalty area and defend for
You
90
think
minutes.
Ten Hag after the 7-0 is going to play open, expansive football against Liverpool Football Club?
He's not going to be able to play at Old Trafford and put all his players on the edge of the penalty area like he did at Anfield. That's the only
exactly
reason.
what he's going to do.
He's
going to
not. No, he's not. Not at Old Trafford. He won't do that at Old Trafford. He won't. That team will.
I think he'll actually play more open and expansive against Arsenal than he'll do us. Bro,
Yeah,
that
he might
7-0,
do.
that
He might
7-0
do, but
fully
not
ruined
against you. Not against you. He'll try and play a little bit. Not saying he's going to go all out attack, but he's not going to do what he did at Anfield and just sit back. I'm looking at the fixtures, man, for Liverpool. I just don't see he's taking points. I'm looking at him there. I'm like, Brighton at home, you'll dust them. Sheffield United, you're going to dust them. So that's your next 2 Premier League games. Yeah, you got 6 points. You got 8 games left. Yeah, 8 games left of the season. You beat United. Crystal Palace at home, you're beating them. Fulham away, you'll beat them. Yeah, they're on the beaches, so you beat them. West Ham away, you'll beat them. Even you know what? Even Spurs at home, man. I don't even look at that and think that's going to be tricky for you. The only game, and I've said this for time, that I actually look at and go, that could be tricky, is Villa away.
Okay, and which games are tricky for you then?
For me, at the moment, all of them, because we're not winning we're not scoring our games. So Arsenal,
you're 1 point behind us, LB, and I'm supposed to sit up here and say all of your games are tricky.
Arsenal at home, tricky.
Okay.
Yeah, Villa, tricky.
Villa at home are not tricky. They get slapped away from home.
Okay, I still think it's tricky. Palace away, 12:30 kickoff. I think that could be tricky.
Palace away. So you can sit here and you can tell me.
Did you?
Palace
Bro, you should have lost that match. You should have lost that Palace.
You know why Northside
dodgy refereeing decision because you said Iowa.
Palace away is tricky, but United away is not tricky.
It's tricky.
You understand how crazy that is?
He was losing until the 80th minute until that referee sent Jordan Iowa for a nothing challenge. So I'm going off what you did there. You struggled.
Yeah, and you were 1-0 down to Man United. So I'm factually going off what you did with Man United. Where do we go from here?
Bro, United were ass in that game, man. They got way too much credit in that game against us. Way too much credit. Yeah? I'm telling you, man, you've only got a couple of games there, yeah? That's what I said at the start of the stream. You've got, 3 games that you might struggle in, max. This is why these Opta stats, yeah, that I seen last night, saying City have got a 46% chance of winning the league. I'm like, what are they talking about? We got some mad ass games like Forest away. That's hard. We all struggle at Forest away. We all struggle at Forest away, man. Spurs away. We've never won there in the Premier League.
I'm going crazy. I cannot do this.
Bro, the Spurs Villa and Arsenal game for you, LB, is your toughest ones. The other ones I see you getting over the line. It might not be pretty.
No, I agree. I expect us to beat Palace away, but like I'm comparing that to like Fulham.
The gaslighting is insane.
The biggest one is Spurs.
He just called me crazy for saying United away is difficult, and then he says Palace away is difficult. And I'm supposed to sit up here.
I guarantee you now, you will win that game against Man United -2, 100%, 100%.
But then again, in a way, I kind of understand him because if Palace set up just to nullify them, a draw is not good enough. So because he can't drop points, a draw's not good enough. No one's really saying that City are going to lose against Palace. But I think what he's saying is we can't afford to have a draw. We have to beat them. And they can set up to nullify us and make us drop points. I think in that aspect, I kind of get what LB's saying. But really and truly, Spurs, because you guys against Spurs seem to be your bogey team a lot of the time. Villa, because we know they can stink it out at times. And Arsenal, because we don't know. Look, Arsenal have been okay against. Well, we've been decent this season against Man City, and it's a game that's up in the air. But other than that, LB, you should be getting 3 points against everybody. Luton is a bit of a dark horse because you know what I mean. If you lot ain't scoring enough goals, we saw Arsenal getting the last minute winner with Declan Rice. Luton,
I would agree with you if it was away. I think at home we'll deal with that.
Maybe. I hear that.
Honestly, here's where I'm at. Yeah, for me, I think if we come out of that Crystal Palace game on a 6th of April, top of the table, yeah, or not even top, maybe just a point behind, I think we'll go on and win the league. 3 games.
I think both of you have something that Arsenal don't have. Well, you got 2 things. One, both of you have, your teams have shown the mentality to get over the line. Second of all, both of you have got world-class managers. That's something that Arsenal doesn't have. And when Husam is talking about, oh, Arsenal, look at the way these 2 play football and everything else like that, you're talking about your team thrives with mayhem. My team thrives when our system is able to, we're allowed to play and we have space to play. When you nullify that, there are a lot of questions to be asked about Arsenal. So I think there's points for and against all 3 of us. But the two things that you guys and Husam, you're trying to do this underdog thing a little bit of you guys.
Well, we are the underdog. I'm not trying
no. Hold on.
I've said it all year long.
Your team has got something to fight for, not just the Premier League, but to also see your manager out in the proper way. Yeah, your manager hasn't won as many Premier Leagues as you guys want to, and we've seen your fight. Look at the lineup you put up against Luton. Look at the kids coming on in the final.
Even in the City game, like Bradley and shit played.
Exactly, bro. So you've got a bench and players that are amped up to try and win this. There are valid reasons as to not just the top tier players, but even the youngsters are understanding. Let's see Klopp out properly. And you never know. You never know, because you're a club that, just like City, when you guys are all together and you all want to win it, Liverpool are dangerous. So you can't also underestimate.
But at the same time, LB
you're
cannot
trying to make it seem like it's so Arsenal. Like,
he cannot claim Palace away is difficult. He cannot.
Huh?
You know this deep down Northside. He cannot say
it can be a tricky
Palace
game.
away is difficult, and then no, because you're gaslighting. Because
but you've got through your hardest time when you've had all these injuries and you've played the kids. You've got through the hardest period where you would have probably thought we probably would have dropped a lot more points playing the kids, having star players out. You would have thought that. You've come through that, and now you're getting those players back. So come on, bro. Like, you can't just say, "Oh, but this is going to be a tricky game." You've had tricky games without your best starting lineup. So stop playing this undercard thing. I'm not hearing that. You know
I'm not playing it. We really are the underdog. We really are the underdog. I'm not playing anything. I've been saying this from the start. So this is why are you guys not calling out the fraudulence of LB, saying Palace away stuff, but I cannot say United away stuff? This is the thing that I just don't get. Like,
I think United away, you'll smash them.
United away, that's
I think you'll smash United. I genuinely do. I don't think that will be any tricky for you. I actually think, you know what I mean? If you want to do it serious, yeah, I think it's probably the other games where you're proper expected to win might be more difficult than something like United away. I'm telling you, man, United away, bro, you are winning that -2 easy. Yeah? Easy.
Become a believer, man.
Look at it.
Become a believer. You know what I mean? Become a believer. Stop being toxic and negative. Yeah, and just back the club. Yeah, or
you see the comment section recently, Northside. Oh, the reason why we're not winning the league because you don't believe. When we win the league, you're not invited to the parade. I'm like, bro, it's 2024. You guys still running with these fucking narratives? Well, I have some shame, honestly. It's just people are just never gonna give it up. People are never gonna give it up.
No, you got a super chat. You got one of the super chats there, asking me if I'm not Arteta out. You know what I mean? It's like when
like Carlito. No more Arteta.
We've been live for an hour. When have I said I'm Arteta in? Do you know what I'm saying? But if I don't give praise for the Brentford win, you're just being negative to be negative. But then if I'm not negative, so you're not Arteta out, you can't win. So I just say what I've got to say, innit? You know what I mean? But just believe, man. Believe, man. This is the year,
bro. This is the. So you are me and I'm you, but you want me to believe. Look at this fraud right here. You're the biggest fraud because you're this one guy on the stream who knows exactly why I don't believe. Because I'm looking more at this general situation, and I realize Liverpool are gonna drop points at least 3 times from now to the end of the season. Yes, guys, we're gonna win the league. Vamos, you'll never walk alone. Then look at this guy laughing. And now he's laughing. You're gaslighting too. You both are gaslighters. How about that? You're both gaslighters. You are both gaslighters. This is the reality. So you both, how about you say it with chest? Go on, say it with chest. Arsenal are gonna win the league. Say it, Northside.
No, if Arteta wins the league, then I'm Arteta in. Up until then,
no. That's not the question. Say it with chest. Are Arsenal gonna win the league? Go on.
Huh?
Are Arsenal gonna win the league?
To say something I don't want to say.
There you are. But why are you doing the underdog stuff then? Why are you doing the underdog stuff?
Because my club hasn't been there and done that. Both of your clubs have. Both of your clubs have Premier Leagues in the last couple of years. Mine ain't. Man ain't been there. I haven't got a team that's been there and done that. I haven't got a world-class manager. So what are we talking about? You know what I mean? LB's team just done the treble. The pressure's on. No matter what he says about fixtures, the pressure's on. You've won the Champions League and the Premier League, and your manager's about to leave. And you guys have always said for the manager that you have, he hasn't got enough Premier Leagues. So listen, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
You know what it is for me, Husam? I'm looking at your fixtures, yeah. So you got 10 games left.
Yes.
Your next 6 games, I believe there isn't really a mad tricky one there. You believe there's one, yeah? You got Brighton, you should win that. If it was away, maybe more tricky, but you should win that at home. Sheffield United at home, win. You're down to 8 games. United away, I think you're going to slap them up. Okay, you think it could be tricky.
Draw.
Palace at home, that's easy because it's at home. Fulham away, you win that.
Win.
West Ham away, you win that.
Okay,
So in my view, so then you've got 4 games left of the season.
Okay, Villa, Spurs, Everton.
I think by that point you'll be so close. You should do it. This is what I'm saying. Like, I actually think that if in the next 6 games, it wouldn't surprise me if because I think you're smoking United. I actually think maybe something like a Fulham away. If anything's going to do, you could do it. West Ham, I just don't see that. I just think everyone else you beat, bro.
Yeah, but I think so basically what's happening on the stream is all 3 of us have more beliefs in each other's clubs than we do our own. Is that what we're doing here?
Here's the thing, yeah. But for me, I believe that my club could do a pretty sick end to the season. But I just don't know if you guys are going to drop enough for us to win it. Do you get me?
But the crazy part is I made the same statement, the same exact statement. I don't know if you guys will drop enough points for us to win it. It's the same shit. I'm in an if, buts, and maybe world now.
But you've already got 1 point above us anyway. And I think
you're looking at.
But here's the problem, yeah, because me and Northside, we played next to next.
No, let me tell you about this Northside guy. See this guy sitting next to you smirking. If he goes away to the he gets all 3 points. You know it's curtains for us both, right? You know ain't nobody stopping him then.
I think if Arsenal win against City at the Emirates, yeah, they would have to probably go on and win it from there. I think that would be pretty mad if they beat us home and away, beat Liverpool in the league and still didn't win it. That would be wild. But this is why I'm saying that. I think that's probably why, like, me and Northside, yeah, probably looking at you more saying, why you not got more chests? Because, like, we know, yeah, one of us is dropping points, if not both of us is dropping points.
You both don't have chests. You want me to have chests, you gaslighters.
Yeah, because you don't, but you are not at risk of dropping points in your next match. We are.
And you must capitalize on that. You must.
One of us is definitely dropping points.
Okay, listen, no problem.
LB is correct. I agree with LB.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna celebrate being top of the league in March. Look at Northside. Why are you laughing? You are the biggest. Honestly, you have proven today you are a fraud. Honestly, this guy. I'm gonna get at you. Let Kai Havertz score the winner at City away, and me and you are gonna have a conversation. You get me, amigo?
No, you tried it when we started the stream. You started with this agenda, yeah. Like your name is flipping Judge Mo's brother about flipping Kai Havertz, yeah. So listen, you deserve this because I see what you did. You're taking a leaf out of the book of Judge Mo. So we must.
60 million down the drain.
I hate all the Arsenal songs. I hate them all. I hate North London Forever is the one I hate the most. I actually hate it. It actually pisses me off when people sing it. It's a dead tune, bro. Dead tune. I'm just keeping it real. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And the mad thing is, we got Chipmunk, yeah, coming in for interviews with Robbie. It's like, bro, Chipmunk is a hard shitter, bro. Get him to do a tune. Do you know what I'm saying? But all this like North London Forever, just shut up, man. You know what I'm saying? What is this? Man? This kindergarten, you know what I'm saying? It kind of reminds me of, you know, Michael Jackson, heal the world, make it a better place. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, nah, man, it's dead. Do you know what I'm saying? I heard that when I was 7, bro. Like, this is just dead, bro. No, but it's true. I don't like the song. When I grew up supporting Arsenal, we didn't do the North London Forever. They didn't have all of that, bro. That's just stupidness. We just had trophies, bro. I don't like the song. I really hate the song. I really hate the song. Do you know what I'm saying? And the filo da puta that made that song, yeah, vai tomar no cu sua viado da merda. I swear down, yeah, you're an absolute idiot, bro. That song is the deadest song. I don't care what no one says. The deadest song in all of world football. I don't care what no one says. I don't like the song. Make a better song. I don't like it.
Oh my lord. I love that. I love how we always end our streams on Northside just doing Arsenal shots. I love it, to be honest with you.
I don't like
Let
the
me just
song. Do you guys like the song? Do you guys like the song? Don't
I
just
think
put
it's
it
a
on
good
me.
song. I think it's a good song.
Huh?
I think it's a good song, to be fair.
Oh, come on, bro. Some soppy X Factor flipping crap, man. It's rubbish, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's rubbish, bro. It's rubbish. I'm sorry, nah. Whatever. Let me not even talk on it anyway before it goes negative. You know what I mean? Before it goes toxic and negative.
Okay, let me just.
I just hate that
let me
song, bro. I just hate the song, bro. I fucking hate that song. I swear down. Every time I hear it, I mute the TV, bro. It's the deadest song.
He mutes the TV.
Bro. I hate it, bro.
Just sits there in silence for 30 seconds while the tune's playing.
Yeah, literally, bro. It does sound like a Eurovision song, bro. And who watches Eurovision? You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever I ever come on and said Portugal won the Eurovision, I couldn't care less. You know what I'm saying? Bun the Eurovision, bro. The deadest cock, bro. Whatever, innit? Whatever, bro. But these men were doing party hard when we had parties. So this club is just a moist club at times, man. Real talk, a moist club. I don't know, man. These feminine men, do you know what I'm saying? These feminine men, bro. And then they say to me, because I got a ponytail, I'm feminine. Bro, I might have a ponytail, yeah, but I still got more balls than you, man. Pause, you know what I mean? Finish that puta. You know what I mean? But it is where it is, man. It is where it is.
Oh my god, I love these Northside tangents, to be honest. I did start clipping that up and posting it. You get me? Let's do it. This is football clips, you get me? Let me breathe. Oh, that was a mad tangent I didn't expect. Anyway, let me just do the super chats before we wrap up the video. I know Northside has got to go as well. I don't want to keep LB for too long. Oh Lord, that was a tangent I did not expect. LB, don't deflect, bro. You almost lost to our B side, is what Jack House says.
Almost.
No, but it is true. You know, I'm so disappointed in you. You didn't go in on Kevin De Bruyne. You get me 3 passes in the second half.
He shouldn't have been took off. He should have took Bernardo Silva off.
There you are. There you are. Protect.
Well, hang on a minute. Salah. No, wait a sec. Because this don't make sense. Because Salah didn't play particularly well, yeah. But you see what he did when he come on.
Yeah, but I said that though.
Instantly. Yeah, but this is what these better players do. Even when the better players, even when they're playing bad, you don't take them off. Yeah. Because even though they're playing bad, you only need that one moment for someone like Kevin De Bruyne or someone like Salah to make a pass or make a play that creates a goal. Yeah. As you've seen with Salah when he come on. He should not have took Kevin De Bruyne off, man. He should have took Bernardo Silva off.
Guys, once again,
almost lost to B side. That is what is this, bro? How are you sending that, man? Saying you almost lost, almost FC. Like, what is this? Come on.
If I speak, I'm in trouble. Just remember, both of you, I refuse to be gaslit. We're not winning the league. We have already done this one. Big up to you, Dan Carlito. You'll slap us, LB. City 3-0. Oh, yeah, you're a Newcastle fan. I need to start remembering. He's talking about
I thought this guy was an Arsenal fan. Then I was like, right, that's 3-0.
Newcastle fan.
Chill.
LFC frauds. Hey, I can't lie to you. I'm going to be supporting Newcastle. I'm going to be supporting Chelsea later on just because I want to ruin, Lewis's life. I'm going to tell him it's not Posh's fault again. Big up to you, Felipe. Big up to Jack, who says, Husam, bro, that game yesterday showed City are not likely to go 10 games in a row. Usually now they are in a flow state. Arsenal will be Arsenal after all. Yeah, but this is the problem, though, Jack. You can say Arsenal will be Arsenal, but I'm refusing to say that. Because that's not really the way how, to actually look at the title race objective. You can't go, oh, Arsenal will be Arsenal, and khalas, ha, 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 and just laugh it off. Because if Arsenal beat, if Arsenal beat City next game, then it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult, brother. That's all I'm saying. And also, you need to remember, City March onwards are a different team. Man said Forest away is hard. This is my problem. This LB gaslighter is like, oh, United away easy, Forest away.
Game. Oh, it's a tricky game. It's a tricky game.
So you're allowed. So I'll ask you this once and for all. You're allowed to say Forest and Palace away are tricky, but I'm not allowed to say United and Everton are tricky.
You're more allowed to say Everton could be tricky than United away.
Okay, bro. Okay, we've had like 1 win against Man United at Old Trafford, or 2 wins in the last 5-6 years.
It's an AG special. Don't worry, bro. He's got the specials board out for you guys, yeah? And you're going to hit them hard. I'm telling you, man.
We'll see. I hope you're right. Big up Husam's diehard fan. Big up to Nariman. Nariman, by the way, everyone in the chat, all the Muslims, you get me, guys. I'm not eating during Ramadan. Ramadan starts tomorrow in Jordan. They have not seen the moon yet. So, bukra siyamna. You get me? That's why I'm drinking coffee and stuff. We're not winning the league till Pep changes the time. He won't. This is our worst season since the first year of Pep. Not a good transfer window.
It wasn't a good transfer window. It was poor, yeah. Not all in our hands, like some a bit out of our control, but yeah, not a good transfer window.
Can't lie to you, I don't even think Kovacic was that bad yesterday.
No. Kovacic has been a good signing for the price and the experience was good, but not giving Gundogan the contract that he wanted at the time was poor. Selling Riyad Mahrez for £25 million, and then people try to tell me that was a good price because the third highest transfer for an over 30-year-old ever is ridiculous. It was not a good transfer. It was not a good fee. He was worth more than 25 million quid to this squad. 30 G&A a year, every year since he's been at the football club, but we sold him for 25 million. The midfielder thing, I don't really criticise the club for that. Like, it is what it is. Like, we went for Bellingham. We was in there till the end. He chose Real Madrid over us. Like, what can you do? Like, are you telling me that we should have pulled out of that deal earlier? Like, this is a generational talent that you could possibly have got. By that time, Rice had already gone to Arsenal, but we had a legit option in Lucas Paqueta. You know what I mean? He's a good player. And if we would have got him, I would have been very happy. What can you do? That's out of City's control. So, yeah, that bit, like, I don't really blame the club for that. I blame them for the Gundogan and the Mahrez thing. But the actual midfielder...
Gundogan is a massive miss. I can't lie to you. These are the games he turned up in as well. Gundogan.
Yeah, and he's gone to Barcelona or ass anyway. You know what I mean? So he probably shouldn't have even gone there, to be honest.
Yes. All teams need if, buts, and maybes. No advantage to anybody in this weak ass mentality. Put positive energy to the club. Be better, my guy. See, I told you Northside. See, Carl, what he's asking me. You get me? Told you. So if we don't win the league, it's my fault for not believing. Guys, it's wallahi. Listen, my thoughts and energy and all this is not going to transmit all the way from Jordan across tens of thousands of miles to La Aqsa and the training ground and Anfield. It's not going to happen, guys. I'm just saying my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. Inshallah, all of you come back in May time and say, Husam, you should have believed. Wallahi, I want nothing more. All I'm saying is I have gotten stung from this bee before. So I've seen the bee again, and I'm just running the other direction. I've seen this movie before. Quadruple charge season. Oh my God, let's take all competitions seriously. My God, it's okay. A draw against City is okay. Boom, you end up drawing to Spurs. Boom, you end up drawing this game. Boom, you end up drawing that game. That's the thing, bro. So, like, you have to do it yourself. That's why I was very disappointed in us not winning, against City yesterday. Big up to you, Carl, though. I appreciate it. Listen, everyone's welcome to have a different opinion. I will never force you to have the same opinion as me. Big up to you, Carl. And then he says, Northside is the best Arsenal fan. I can't lie, bro. This guy just, the tangents he goes on, the North London forever thing. I'm going to send him a voice note with North London forever as soon as the Porto game finishes and they won. I'm going to send it to you. You have to play.
Let's not upset the chat. Arsenal fans, they get very upset. You know, we must all think the same and talk the same. Like, this is the North London flipping North Korea. Everybody must think the same. Like, if I don't like the song, you like the song, bang out the song. Doesn't matter, but it ain't banging in my whip. No one's playing that tune in my car. That's what I'm saying, innit? Bang it out in your car, innit? You know what I mean? Whatever, innit? If you like it, you like it. I don't like it. Nah, don't. Listen, I gotta go. I can't put you on mute. It's not my stream. I was going to put you on mute.
Oh, no.
If this was my stream, I would have put you on mute for that. I'm telling you that now. I hate that song.
North London forever. Anyway, let's get wrap it up here, guys. We are gonna go to you know what? I want to piss off Footy Judge Mo today. I feel like it's just all this energy you guys are asking for. We need to show it to Footy Judge Mo.
When's Inter?
And I know for a fact he hates Juventus more than AC Milan. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna write a comment. Everyone just copy paste it as soon as we redirect. I'm gonna go and spam it in his chat as well. This is the comment we wanna write. Everyone go spam. Juventus is bigger than Inter Milan. Right here. Just copy paste this comment. Everyone copy that Footy Judge Mo guy has been doing devil's advocate, irritating all our souls from the start of the season. It's time we irritate his soul. We are going to go tell him all exactly what Kingsman done. Copy that message right there. And as soon as we redirect to Footy Judge Mo, paste the shit out of it in his chat. Juventus greater than AC Milan, done than Inter Milan. We have to piss him the fuck off. I'm going to be in his chat doing the same thing as well. I'm actually going to see how his face changes now as soon as I type it out in his chat. He's going to go so rattled as soon as I type that out. It's going to be a thing of beauty. Big up to LB for joining us. It's LB. Link is in the description. You bunch of lazy bastards. I know how you guys always lazy. You know, you need to be spoon-fed the channels. The link is in the description. Northside LDN, link is in the description. Go subscribe to my guy Northside. Go subscribe to LB. Go subscribe to more LB. Another fantastic stream. Shout out to my guy Carl. Big up to Don Carlito, Jack, Ray, Andrew, Felipe. Big up to all the super chatters. Love for the love. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button and subscribing. And go spam Juventus is bigger than Inter Milan and Footy Judge Mo stream. I'm about to do it myself. Love. And I'll see you guys back inshallah on the Chelsea watch along. Peace.